So the so-called Gachagwa's cousins disproportionately trust the Luo more than Kikuyus. No wonder they've stood with the Luo from Kambani on down to the coast for the past 2.5 decades. So again, the so-called Gachagwa's cousins will choose the Luo 1,000 times over simply because the Luo understand their pain. They've been on the trenches together, on the receiving end of Kikuyu domination. So here's a point that Kikuyus miss. Politics is about the level of confidence that a leader inspires from the masses. It's not about hello cousins. So Kikuyus, your so-called cousins would choose their Luo friends every single day. And here's a case to prove it. And for the first argument, we are going to take the Nairobi precinct as a case study. Presumably, Kikuyus are in disproportionately higher numbers in the city. But here's the question. Why is it so hard for them to win obvious political seats and much less the governorship? So here's the deal. Political power is not commensurate to your tyranny of numbers, but by the Luo sheer will of purpose, the ability to inspire confidence among other tribes. When Kikuyus are running for seats in the city, they make it a Kikuyu affair, while the Luo build one big beautiful tent that include Kambas, Taitas, Tavetas, etc. They share their spoils with their friends, creating a bond. And to still man my point, you'll see Gachagwa's DCP repeat the same mistake done by Kibaki's PNU and Uhuru's TNA. Failed all Kikuyu candidates from governorship on down to MCAs across the city. Conversely, ODM will look for the best suited candidate to win the seat. So Kikuyus, your so-called cousins will choose the Luo 1,000 times over. On to my second point. The ODM party is a clear manifestation that the so-called Gachagwa's cousins trust their Luo friends more than their so-called Kikuyu cousins. If the TNA, Uhuru's party, fail to eclipse ODM of Taita Taveta in the coast, then the DCP, a tribal Changa club, will not fit the bill. Even URP is winning despite having a president in State House, yet the magnificent ODM stood the test of time all the while in opposition. My friends, Luos are builders and it's their destiny to rebuild Kenya, a dream deferred. But it's the Luo people who lead the nation's rebirth into its golden age, just like our forefathers laid its foundations. So finally, if you want to predict the future, then look at culture. It's shifting and way fast to the Luo rebirth. Whoever imagined that someday our dark skin tone would be the universal standard of beauty, that the world would pay huge sums of money just to have our thick lips, that our women and their extremely curvaceous bodies and big behinds would be the epitome of beauty. Whoever imagined? So Kikuyus, your so-called cousins would choose the Luo 1,000 times over, and not for anything else, but the Luo give hope. They are trustworthy and they inspire confidence. Your cousins are our brothers.